welcome. It is regularlyy. Thank you for clicking on this video. Today we are doing my first page of my new sketchbook and the cover with all the stickers. Disclaimer, the video files have been on quite a journey, so enjoy.
Today I got the sketchbook like a year ago, and I finally finished my old sketchbook, which I will probably do a video on, so I can finally crack this one open. I've been waiting because I will show you. I have so many stickers that have been waiting to go in here, and I've collected them through so much. But so it is this company. It is 120 pounds, which is really good. It looks very smooth, so let's take this off and actually look. Alright, so we have matte black cover, very, very nice, and very good intro. Happy Time Companion. It feels, ooh, it's, okay, so you can also take the pages out, which I hope is nice and won't like fall apart over time, but we'll check up on that. But the pages are really thick, so I think you could use obviously mixed media for this, but they're also a bit textured, like slight. But it's a bit more than say like a Moleskine sketchbook. So this is pretty good, and it has a little bookmark in it, which is very cute. So I'm kind of worried about these, but you know, we'll see. Maybe since if we start at the beginning, it won't like tear or anything, but very first we have to plan where to put all these. I have a dungeon meshi. I love dungeon meshi, but I got one from my cousin, and I don't know the artist, but if you do, you can put it in the comments. It's such a nice thing. And then I got this artist's OCs. I am also blanking on them, but they are really cool and I really like their stuff. And I have a couple Genshin ones I've collected. I got this Chapel Roan one at a bookstore I went to. And then, oh, we got the wonderful Over the Garden Wall. Oh, and then this is a small jeweler where I'm from. So she makes like mushroom resin things. Saying she. They, I don't know what they go by, but they make really cool resin things, and they have gold chains with the resin mushrooms on them. If I have a photo, I'll put their stuff here. They're really cool. They're affordable. They go to different things in my town, and they got into a local museum, so they're really cool. Yeah, also if you know any good sticker brands, please comment them. Also, I'm back at school, so I'm right by the street. Please ignore if you hear car noises. I am right next to the business building, and people turn in like maniacs. Of course we want this on the front, you know, very important. I have missed having like a sketchbook, because my old sketchbook didn't have good paper. So it was really just a sketching sketchbook instead of me being able to do all of my ideas all at once. So, alright, so this is what I came up with. I really don't, oh my goodness, excuse me. I don't know if you heard the truck, but I really don't love layering things. So I'm trying to like, oh, well, the corners here can touch, and like this can touch a little bit. So see, this is me growing as a person. I can do this. I want this to be the focal point. What if I get more stickers? I don't know. What if I get more stickers? This one's cute. I want to put you here. I did want to layer these on top because they're both pink, and I think layering the drag one under this would be really nice. I was about to say like, oh, I can do a little spinny wheel of all my OCs, and then it can pick one because I have too many. I have too many because I make them and then I don't do anything with them. It's bad. I've tried. I don't know. If anyone has any tips to like actually draw their OCs, please put them in the Hey, please comment. I love interacting with you guys. Most of you guys are very sweet. I would say the high majority, especially since I'm a smaller artist, so, you know, what are you gonna say to me? But you guys get to time travel and just see when I've already done that. Boom, you have time travel. Why is my Emma like that? I love Emmas so much. They're so cute. I have so many. They are very adorable. They look like they're giving presents to each other. I thought that was cute. We're leaving Ito out of this one because I don't know where to put him, and he's not going to stop our grind set. So I put Kaya there, and then I put Klee in this corner because I thought she matched. And I really want to put more stickers once I get them. I have so much paper now. I want to put more stickers when I can, but I don't know. I'm not one to buy stickers, but recently I've kind of gotten into actually like buying stuff directly from artists. Like, yeah, so this is the completed thing, and maybe I could write something on the side or make a sticker on the side that says like epic sketchbook, because dude, look at the cover of this. It's going to be an awesome sketchbook. You can just tell that it's going to be cool. At least that's what I'm telling myself. All right. All right, so I'm thinking of doing a Death Note spread because you have the words on the, you can't see it, but there's words here and there's words up here that you can see. And so I kind of want to do like a flower thing like through it, especially because like I know the words, if I just cover them up, I can probably write something with like white or something. But I'm thinking about different things I could do. And I'm thinking about actually just drawing Death Note because I love Death Note. I got into it this year. Not this year, it's 2026, last year. And it's so cool. It's genuinely one of my favorite things ever. And I watch it with my friends multiple times, and you get it. So, character here, but I don't know how I would make it flow. Maybe it could be like the pages of the book. Alright, so this is what I think I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Light. I really wanted to show off his skinny. I wanted to include Misa. This is the part where I'm like, I don't know. I want the pages flowing. I don't know who I want here. It could be Misa and Rem, but I'm also debating between Mikami on his knees or some shit. Do that like over here, and then have, I don't know if it's gonna be a couch that extends, or it would be him sitting on a chair and then building on that. I know I'm like stalling, like I'm going back and forth on things. A lot of my art journey is gonna just be forcing myself to do things. I'm gonna force myself to lightly sketch out him here on a chair that I think will suit his personality. I gotta find that. And then I'm gonna see if I want Mikami or L like somewhere. Maybe. I want to do like a big luxury chair. I was thinking like a giant egg chair, but it's like plush and leather. So I'm trying to see, or I could just do like a normal armchair. I have to correct proportions just a little bit because Light Yagami is sadly not a woman. So I also, if this video gets 1,000 views, I will buy a mic. Because I know some people were complaining about how I sounded in the other videos, and it's like I get it, but also I don't know, I have to look at different mics. I have to see like what people recommend, what's like a good cheap mic, because I don't want to just say like, oh, I don't have the money, because people even just starting out get them. But I wanted to make a couple videos before I just buy one. If he could still lean back, I would just have to play with the angle of the chair. Also, I recommend this for everyone. I have a folder on Pinterest, or whatever social media you use. I have a folder about like different art images. It basically encapsulates the type of style I want and the stuff I want to do. Like, say that be like stickers, or the way this person draws noses, or the way this person draws eyes. Like, I just kind of put them all together, and then I can, where should I put this arm? And then I'll keep referring back to that as I do the sketchbook, so I can slowly morph my style into something I really want. I like to try new things, and I have the folder specifically to improve what I have already, like what I'm capable of. Okay, hi, it's been a couple days. A little bit of work. I put him in a maid costume. Just because I was watching a show with my friend, and I just started mindlessly drawing, and I had the idea to put him in a maid costume and change the angle a little bit, because honestly the head was giving me such a hard time. I could line the face now, but I do want to get more detail in this, so maybe I won't. Here, I'll work on the hand. I'll erase some of this so I can get more detail in. I should be working on art homework right now, but this is more fun because he wants me to do, I'm in drawing 2, and so we're doing still lifes again, because drawing 1 was still life, so drawing 2 has to be still lifes. So we're doing that, and I obviously am not favorable towards it. I want to draw, i.e. anime men in maid costumes. And other stuff, obviously. I am so well-rounded. Oh my god, I said I was gonna draw them. But so we have Pinterest open for a bunch of maid costume reference. Get his skinny frame, because I love... Also, by the way, the Death Note author was like, oh, he's like 110 pounds, and dropped like 100 pounds, like not 100, like 10 pounds. It's like referenced in the manga, because Light, when he's talking to Ryuk, says something like, oh, because of stress, I've dropped 10 pounds. And so I don't know if it's before or after they list him as 110 pounds, which is crazy, because one, he's definitely not to, obviously, like, not to shame him, but it's literally just, it's almost biologically impossible, because also he's like 6 foot. It's crazy, and it's funny to me. I think it's stupid, because he's definitely not. He thinks he's a very petite fellow, and he's incredibly skinny. I don't know what kind of neckline to do. I kind of just want to do it flat, so it kind of accentuates how square he is. If I do too much detail, it might... Okay, I want to do the neck thing. I need to get a new eraser on this pencil. Once I get the money too. We have his skinny face. I struggled so much with his face. I redrew it like 5 times. My friend was there for the ride and just saw me keep redrawing, and she goes, dude, you're going so rough through this. And I'm like, yeah, art for me can be a process, i.e. why I don't have any videos on the channel. I do have a couple, obviously, but again, I got the sketchbook to challenge myself. Right, we got this. Maybe lace. Maybe we could do lace. Maybe a sweetheart neckline? Maybe we can give him cleavage. So I didn't want to be too out there with the maid costume, because I do really like when people draw characters in just maid costumes, not like weirdly cut ones or lingerie, literally just maid costume. You will do my chores. And Light Yagami should do all my chores. Skinny! Dude, I need to actually switch my pencil. Oh god, I don't have it. Hold on. We have McFound one. Alright. I did warm up before I did this. I find one of my friends doesn't warm up when she draws. I don't know how she actually, okay. What she does is she won't warm up, but she'll just keep drawing and keep deleting them until they're good. And I just warm up my wrist before I do things. A little easier, a little better. I feel, you know, very, very biased. I want it to be fluffy and pillow onto the seat. Since this is about learning, I want to actually make like some lace flow. Like, what I mean is like have lace coming off this and have it continuously come off with the fabric. Just keep focusing on each section, each like shape having its own volume. Yeah, like this. Like each section having its own volume. Shoes? I could just give him demonias. I just got my first pair. I'm really happy about it. Okay, just to get this wider shot, I did this, I did the hand, and I ended up putting the feet here, but I think it worked out really well because I end up easily putting the snake head here. It's like he's touching the snake head. So yeah. But I worked a bit more on the shapes of the actual dress, which I think worked out really well. And I tried to like not worry about whatever I'm gonna do, because usually my process is sketch, line art, and then alcohol marker or sketch, dip pen, and then my India ink. My India ink and then my watercolor. Oh, but he would look so pretty in watercolor. But I don't know how it reacts. Maybe I could use the back page and see how different things react. I also don't know how it would react being right next to this. So I could just do marker to play it safe, especially if I have the tones, and just get a bit creative with how I layer them, because I really want to get more comfortable with markers and the saturations I use, because I'm kind of running out of skin tones. So to go out of my comfort zone, don't use traditional skin tones. Like, I've been using a lot of purples and blues. People simplify him. Like, I looked at other artists' interpretations, and if you just look them up on Pinterest, you'll see stolen art that people have taken. Or I do know some artists that do just post on Pinterest, which is nice. But Pinterest is a lot of stolen art. But I like when people simplify his little hair tufts. We gotta give him a little cross. It's very necessary. You know, it's part of his wardrobe. It's part of his uniform, actually. But, like, see, like, look at the, like, line weight I got on these. I want this. I want to color this. I love using my dip pen. I love it so much. But I really want my first page to be colorful. I left my India ink at home. I'm at my dorm right now. And I use this brand. This, however, gets diluted with water. Maybe it's not diluted in alcohol markers, though. You know what? We'll do a test page in a sec. Let's wipe to that. I think this is a pretty famous pen. My cousin got me it for my birthday last year, I think it was. I shook this up, so it should be fine. This sits on the paper. I'm not one to really write with my dip pen. Obviously, I do more art with it, but it flows really easily at multiple angles. Alright, so if I had to rank them, I adore my dip pen, and then I also love these types of Tombow markers. They're really good. I forget which one this is, but I have one that's a solid point and one that's a brush. This is the brush. So we're gonna see how it dries. This one's dying a bit, but you know, that's okay. We have that. And then I don't love microns, but they're there and I use them, and they're good for alcohol markers because they don't bleed when they dry. But you know, again, they're just not my favorite. These ones are kind of dead. I do have a new pack in my drawer. But yeah, I just like the more control I get out of the Tombow and the dip pen, because I feel, I don't know, I don't like consistency. Alright, I was impatient, and I only let it dry for a couple minutes, but the results are actually pretty good. Okay, so everything absorbed into the paper pretty quickly. Honestly, the dip pen did better than I thought it would. It didn't bleed that much, especially since I didn't wait. And the other two bled a little bit. I don't know. Terrible lighting, but they bled like a little bit. And so I think what I'll do is I'll just go in with the dip pen, do all my stuff, and then just let it sit overnight. I might work a bit more on the hand, the skirt, and the shoes. Those are my parts, because I like this, I like this, I like this, that, and those. And I want to add more detail. I want to push myself with this. I made sure to look up a reference of everything before I started. I did the feet. I did the lace. I just wanted to make sure it was the general same shape. I'm okay with doing that freehand and just looking at a reference of lace and trying to replicate it. I really want to do line art. I love doing line art. I just want to do line art. But I know it's gonna look better if I actually, like, do the thing and focus on it. Okay, so I realized it wasn't grammatically correct and it wasn't comfortable to hold like that, because then I started to use my own arm as reference, which I highly recommend that in, like, a lot of circumstances, is, like, using your own body as reference. Because even though I'm not a skinny king, like, Light Yagami over here, I still, like, can get the general gist. Hands are hard, man. Alright, so I think I finally got the angle that I wanted, because immediately after, every single time I'm like, actually, you know what, I'm gonna change this, and then I'm like, it doesn't look right, I need to fix it. So I'm gonna start on the snake now, because I actually finished the hand, finally. I'm gonna base the snake off of a ball python, because they're my favorite kind of snakes. So in high school, I did reptile club, and so the woman who brought them in, she had trained snakes. They never ate like live prey. It also lessened the ability, like not the ability, but like lessened the chance that they would react to normal human stuff, especially like since most of them were handled by like special needs kids or like high schoolers like us. But I don't think she had any ball pythons. But I loved hognose snakes. I love hognose snakes. I love ball pythons, and king snakes are also really fun, but they also do eat other snakes. So whenever we held those, there was only one, and his name was Shadow. He always had to be held away from the other. Obviously, he would eat them. Basically, that's the whole thing. I think I'll do the snake as Ryuk's colors. Down and then face down. This video has been filmed obviously over a couple days. I didn't love line art until I started doing ink work. I don't love doing line art digitally, because I do have my digital commissions open, and I have line art for them, and like it's fine. I'll do it, but I will always favor line art done on this. I don't know. I feel maybe if anyone has any tips for converting from digital to traditional, because I know I've been doing traditional and digital for years, but I don't know, I could always learn something new or try something different. I.e., I need to go make my coffee. I had to drive back to campus in the snow, so it wasn't great, it wasn't awesome, wasn't very fun. However, it's pretty now that I'm back, and that I don't have to drive in it, and I have all the food I need, so. Oh, I forgot to do the plaque. It's fine. We all know I really wanted to do this line art, and you know, that's okay. I can just do it. My friend, every single time I talk to her about this, she's like, you have free will, just do the thing. And I'm like, I need to do it in order. I don't know. But I also hate the order that I chose, that my brain chose. Alright, so I have my card of colors. I'm going to do the skin first. I am going to be a bit creative, like I said earlier, with just, I'm going to do a couple purples, a couple blues, and I'm going to do them so they show through first, like, so I don't immediately put the tan over it. So yeah, let's see how that works. Also, this video is already really long, so I'm going to not talk, but you get to still see my process, because I like doing the thing where I cut in and out while I'm doing art. He's beautiful. I did the chair, and obviously you can see what I did, but I did it off screen because I really needed to focus and lean over it, but I love how it turned out. Oh, I still need to do the apple. That's fine. But we're gonna do the little highlights and then we'll do the apple. That's fine. I'm so tired of coloring. And then I also have a Pinterest board for color inspiration. I'm a Pinterest-aholic. But yeah, so you guys again get to time travel and see the apple done. This is the finished product. Thank you so much for tuning in and staying for so long if you made it to the end. Comment literally whatever. Like, if you made it this far. So, see you in the next one where we do more of this, or I do character design stuff, or any recommendation that you have. So, yeah. Bye!